What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, here on Industry Talk, and welcome to Primetime Pod, the hottest information resource outlet for all things entertainment, breaking news, celebrity interviews, and the hot topics of the day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, we're on it. Just Google us. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.
Okay.
Shit.
Prime time vibe. Make sure you check it out.
How? Why the fuck you think he missing? He say that. Now I'm not trying to get a little messy with you.
Time is money.
They go trap.
What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space. I'm in your face. And I'm definitely blessed to be living on this wonderful day. Actually, it's a rainy day. Still a wonderful day, though. Heavy storms out here in Mississippi right now. 4/28/2026. We live at 5 here on the Primetime Network. It's Industry Talk. Man, Big G. We're going to get into it today. A lot to talk about. Make sure Paul has the link. We're going to be talking with Paul Whitehouse today. It is Tuesday. Yeah, good deal. Got my good man, Jarrell Braswell, in the space, in the place. So let everybody come on in. Make sure that all the system specs are in check. Make sure you can see it's crystal clear. All levels of the game, all the way around the board, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, and of course, GMSITpublishing.com/live. Okay. Everything's locked in. All right. Let's go ahead on and jump this thing up. Great conversation today. Have some fun today, too, because I got some stuff I need to talk about with my man, Jarrell. So let me ask you something. How many opportunities have you missed? Not because you weren't good enough, right? But because you didn't know how to sell it. You know, y'all know what we do over here on Industry Talk, where we don't just talk about the game. We break down how to win it. And today, we're getting straight to it. Selling. Not just your product, not just your service, but yourself. Selling yourself, right? Because here's the truth a lot of people don't want to face. You can have the best idea, the best talent, the best product in the room, but, if you don't know how to communicate your value, if you don't know how to position yourself, if you don't know how to ask for the deal, well, you will get overlooked every time. See, selling isn't about being pushy. No, it's about being clear, being confident, and most importantly, it's about being convincing. Because people don't just buy products. No, they don't just buy products. They buy belief. They buy certainty. They buy into you. And that's where most people kind of fall short. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. They'll post all day. They'll promote all day. They'll talk about what they do. But when it comes time to close, exactly, silence. No ask, no direction, no urgency, no call to action. And let me tell you something. That's not strategy. That's hesitation. Closers, they move different. You know, Jarrell Braswell is going to talk to you about it. A good man, Paul Whitehouse, is going to talk to you about it. He's going to tie everything into this business financing situation that we jump into on Tuesdays with Paul Whitehouse, Patriot BFC. So closers understand timing. They understand people. They understand that if you don't ask, you don't get. It's just that simple. So today we're breaking it all the way down. How to sell your product, how to sell yourself, and how to sell yourself in a room full of opportunity, which is this digital landscape that we're talking about. Rooms filled with opportunities. And most importantly, how to close the deal. Because at the end of the day, exposure, it doesn't pay. Attention doesn't pay. Talking about it doesn't pay. Closing does. Remember that. So if you're ready to stop leaving money on the table, if you're ready to turn over, your conversations and make those launch off into contracts, if you're ready to step into your power as a closer, well, tap in. Y'all know this is industry talk, man. And today, we're not just talking sales. We're mastering it. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my good man, Jarrell Braswell, into the room. JB.
What it do?
Oh, man, you know how it is, man. I'm fantastically and swimmingly well. And yourself?
Oh, man, I couldn't complain if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Shit, doing pretty good.
Good stuff. How's the weather on your end?
Shit, you hear it, man. Shit coming down. You know me, old country style in my building. 10 roof type shit. Rain pounding down. Shit, motherfucker. About to go to sleep, but got to do this podcast. My damn service might be snapping in and out. It's glitchy on this side. I might not show over there, but I can see it over here.
Okay. Well, we're going to fight through it. We're going to do what we got to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to keep coming in and out as much as I can anyway.
Okay. So what you think about the talk topic for today, man?
Oh, man, shit. You hit the nail dead on the head. Like all this shit just fall in line with stuff that we already talking about and putting down. Hopefully they picking it up. But no, you hit the nail dead on the head with the topic that you got for today.
Okay. Been seeing some nice stuff come out. I see you got a nice one sheet that's circulating around in the industry. Some nice graphics, some nice what do you call it? Ambassadorship, photos that are hitting the deck, man. What's the response, man? Because you're looking mighty sharp, man.
I've been getting a lot of good responses, man. Who did this? Who did that, man? Shit, all you gotta do is tap in. Where is it? We're showing you every day. Shit, somebody ain't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it just show every day. Somebody ain't paying attention. Shit, so you'll find out eventually. You know what I'm saying? Shit, hopefully sooner than later. But hey, later's better than never.
Did you get an opportunity to look at the calendar?
Oh yeah, man. Real nice. Clicked on it. Everything popped up. Only thing I didn't get to do was tell Mr. Touchdown to go tap in and see if the promo code worked. That was it. But everything else, on point.
Right. Well, he's got to make that promo code on his end.
Don't telling him. Don't telling him to go and get on it. Yeah. So I'm like, go and get on that.
That's right.
So we get that rolling and get this thing
full there. Yeah. Right. Start getting those analytics and tracking that data, and so we can know, hey man, what it is that we're doing and how we're pushing and how we distribute and how we talk about it and how we engage and how folks engage with us about OTRR. Right. It can be accounted for. It can be, hey man, that traffic came from this way. That's JB's people tapping in.
Yep.
Shit, come on, man. So it's a method to the madness, and it's not chaos.
Every time,
it's actually strategic planning. You know, very, very much so. So I'm not gonna hold Paul up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get Paul into the room.
Okay.
I just need to chop it up with you right quick, and we'll have conversation as we go. But
Yes, sir.
you know, man, it needs no introduction, but of course, an introduction nonetheless. Yeah, you like how I did that. Anyway, Mr. Paul Whitehouse is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Paul Whitehouse.
JB, Big
What it
G,
do? What it do?
what's
What it
going on,
do?
man?
You got it
Yeah.
up.
Okay, so is that what we're talking about today, Paul? You know, selling,
Yeah.
closing the
Hey,
deal. I mean, was the monologue okay? Talk to me.
man, I wanted to tell you that it was perfect. The right exact, there wasn't no words that could be added or taken away. It was perfect. This is my favorite subject, selling and
Yeah,
closing.
don't just try to stroke my ego, man. Don't you know what I'm saying?
I
Don't
don't
just
got
try
to
to
do
make me
that.
feel good. Don't butter me up. You know what I'm saying? You know,
You don't
but
need no
keep it
butter.
coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep
All
it coming.
right. Yeah, this is my favorite subject
Okay.
because, I mean, without sales, there's no revenue for your business. You got to close the deals. You don't have a business if you don't have money or revenue, and you don't have that if you can't close the deal. So there's a lot into it, but really wrap it up. It's communication. Be an expert communicator. Be an expert in your field in what you're selling, whether it's whether it's a service or a product, and then ask for the sale. You got to ask 5 times typically for the sale. So there's a lot into it, but this is one of my favorite subjects.
Right, right. Okay, so is it that consistency wins out, or is it just the persistence of knowing that okay, one door closes, I got to go knock on 10 more? What's going on here?
I mean, it's always that one door opens, move to the next. If you get a no, you got to move to the next. That's the easy part, accept that. But selling and closing
That's crazy.
is,
That sound
yeah,
good. I tell people, they tell you no, you just move on. Just go back with the no.
it's like
They
you're
tell you
at
no, you move on. Yeah.
yeah, it's like you're at the license bureau. Pick the number, serving 43, serving the next one. If somebody says no, don't get disappointed. You're going to hear no's when you are selling your product or your service. And this goes across every single industry. I mean, you're closing a deal every time you tell a joke, JB. When they laugh, you closed it. But selling there's steps to the sale. If you're a business owner, if you want to be a business owner, you got to be a master communicator. And the steps to the sale are relatively easy. Meet and greet. You meet them. Be nice. Be yourself. Be normal. You don't got to act a certain way when you're talking to people. I mean, we're all exactly the same. You might feel intimidated if you're talking to the biggest business owner in your town or in your state, but he's the exact same as you. You just meet, greet, be nice, listen 90% of the time, talk 10% of the time, listen and ask questions. What are they trying to get solved? What's the problem? When you find out what the problem is, if you're an expert in your field, you draw a straight line to the solution, lay it out to them, but you got to get all the information, collect the information, then make a straight line solution for them, ask for the sale. I wrote some notes because this is such an important subject. I mean,
All right, all right.
the,
Well,
yeah,
you got notes, I got questions. You
all
know,
right, hit it.
and I'm sure everybody in the feed does. You know, I'm welcome. Well, let's do this first. Welcome everyone that's tuned in. You know, Earl Hempstead, King Misi, my beautiful wife Chanel, Jonathan Shaw. What I need y'all to do, everyone, to share this live. You know, it's going to be a great conversation. We're going to jump off into it today. Paul says he has notes. Well, if you have questions, we need those questions because we potentially may have some answers for you in terms of the art of closing the deal, because that's what it sounds like, the direction we're going in here. And this is going to be very interesting because everyone thinks that they can sell, Paul. JB, everyone thinks that they can sell, you know. And just because you can talk good and you can tap dance and you can sit there but what's the clarity in the message? You know, that's the do you want the salesman, the car salesman that shuck and jives you or gives it to you straight?
Get to me straight and give me a deal.
And give me a
And
deal.
you want
You know,
and you want to, well, a deal. What's a deal? I mean, price is not important if you're
Oh, yeah.
selling a product.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
So
get what I
little
want,
bit of-
satisfaction, knowing I'm comfortable buying and all that, man. That's more than the money, cause shit, I can go get the money back. I want the sense of being comfortable. I bought it at knowing if I need to come back, man, I can talk to this specific person that I'm dealing with that's specified or assigned to me on the set.
You
You know
need
what
an
I'm saying?
expert,
Mhm.
an
Yeah.
expert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out to
Okay.
Earl Hempstead, because what we're kind of, I wrote this in my notes. The Big Bag, the movie, but we're chasing the big bag. This is get rich and don't cry trying. So
Paul,
to get
hold on,
rich,
Paul, hold on a second.
what?
Hold on a second. Paul, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you loud.
Yeah, okay. Okay, look here, man. Look here, Paul. Look here, Paul. Look here, Paul.
I
Now,
know
this
where
is
you're
the art
going
of
with this.
closing the deal. We don't do no commercial shout outs for free around this motherfucker. I'm just telling you right now,
Oh,
Paul.
all
You know what
right,
I'm saying?
all right.
You know, I mean, you look here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I understand it's the Patriot BFC segment. JB, go talk to, hey, yeah, you better let him know something, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Earl, he'll stab my boy and everything. But you know, yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go tap in
Yeah,
with
tap
Earl
in.
Hempstead in the Big Bang, the movie. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? You know, that normally costs $500 for them liners. I'm just letting y'all know. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't nothing personal. But
That's
Paul might not have been on cue with that. You know what I'm saying? He showed through that shit in there right quick. Like him and Earl got a deal in this motherfucker, JB. I'm trying to figure some shit out because he showed snuck that motherfucker in there like, okay, I got the commercial timing on this one. Everybody's engaged. Bam. Big bag. Wait a minute. We talking about motherfucking closing the deal. He showed close that deal, JB, without me
Yeah, he did,
motherfucking
yeah.
going. Hold on.
I'm tying it into what we're talking about. The big bag. We're all
Oh,
trying to
now
put a
he's just
duffel bag
tying it
full of
in.
money.
Yeah. Now he's just
Yeah.
tying it in, ladies and gentlemen. He just. Oh man, go ahead, Paul. I'm just messing with you, man. Earl Hempstead. Make sure you're gonna tap in with the movie, man. It's dropping. Tap in with our
Yes.
man, Earl Hempstead. Great guy. Yes, indeed. When's the screening of that? Paul, you got the flyer in front of you.
I do not.
We'll find out. Earl will say something about it.
The reason I tied that in.
Go ahead,
because,
Paul. You was talking, man. I just interrupted because I heard the Big Bag movie. I was like, wait a minute, I don't see that on the cue sheet as a paid for advertisement. JB, you know what I'm saying? We ain't flashing cans in front of this motherfucker for the hell of it. You know what I mean? Comes with a check.
Well, the tie-in there is that the reward is high for sales and closing. The reward is high. You're not making minimum wage, and even if you're making 30 or 40 bucks an hour sales business, the reward is high. Everybody you close is a bag of money, the big bag.
Yeah.
So how do you do it? It's just communication.
There we go. Let's break that part of it down. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to know, what are the cues? What are the sell points? What's the methodology? How do I get myself into a position to whereas I engage, I present, whether it's the service or the product, and inevitably close the deal. Let's move them through that.
All right. Steps to the sale. Meet them. Meet and greet. When you meet, be yourself, be normal. Like I said, listen, ask questions, clarify those questions. You have to know what problem you're solving for them. In my case, it's solving financing problems for them. Difficult credit, they can't get the equipment that they need. I got you covered. This is how I'm going to do it. I listen to their problem, then I describe to them how I'm going to solve it. And sometimes you got to go deeper. Sometimes it's easy. I mean, it's A to Z. Sometimes you're in the thick of the jungle working with them, going around corners, solving. They don't really feel that you can get it done for them, but you got to communicate as an expert. If you are the expert in your field, then man, there's not a question somebody can ask you that you cannot answer. You can't hesitate. There's levels. If you're talking like, I mean, I'm not a stock. If you're a stockbroker or somebody doing massive, crazy deals, what I do is pretty simple. You got to be very intricate. If you are, you got your own landscaping business, and they call you because you put a flyer or you got something on Facebook. They call you and they want to talk with you. It's either on the phone or in person. In person is always best, but you show up. You look good. You don't look ragged. You show up. You're nice. You just talk to them. They ask you what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. You go a little bit extra. Throw 20% more effort in there. A lot of people don't put the effort in there. They just show up, give a price, walk away, and wonder why they don't get called back.
Yep.
Every deal is important. Every single deal is important. So whatever industry you're in, throw 20% extra effort in there. Hey, I'm not only going to landscape your place, I'm going to cut the edges perfectly straight. I'm going to throw down a string. This ain't going to be by eye. I'm going to put down a string. I'm going to make it beautiful. I'm going to make it perfect. Go above and beyond telling them how you do it. And then there's going to be objections that come up. Let me think about it. I got 3 other people that I got to talk to first before I decide who I'm going to work with. Don't give up and walk away. Don't say, okay, here's my card. I'll wait for you to call me. No. Above and beyond, say, let me ask you this. What do you need to think about? Specifically, what do you need to think about? Because we can talk it out right now. If there's information you don't have, I'll provide it for you right now. Most of the time when people need to think about it, that means they don't have all the information.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to say this stuff to people. It's okay. Lay it out for them. Ask them. Or if I was a landscaper and somebody said they got 3 other people who they need to talk with and get quotes from before they decide.
I'll give them a little trial right there.
Exactly. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to say, I understand. You want to get the best price. You want to get a fair price. I'm giving you a fair price. I'm sure you know that. And taking it further, Mr. Customer, I'm going to do better than they are. I mean, I've got references. Here's how I'm going to do it.
I'm pulling out a tablet on their ass. I got digital photos of my work. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you're a closer. Exactly. Here's what I've done in the past. I'm going to show up on time. I got a good crew. I'm ready to rock and roll right now. Can we do that? Ask them. You think we can just skip those other people and, you can work with me full time in the future every year? Next year, I can do the same work for you. I want to be your guy who you don't have to get estimates every year. You already know I'm going to show up and do it perfect, better than all your neighbors. Going above and beyond, asking for the sale while you are there. You're in front of them or you got them on the phone. Don't give up easy. That's the closing part. The selling is being yourself, being nice, presenting your product like an expert. And that there's more details than that in that subject. Next subject is closing the sale. Don't give up. Don't walk away. Ask them, let's just do this. What is stopping you? I mean, a landscaper is not going to have the problem of what's stopping you, but I have that problem sometimes. I got a gentleman talk today. He wants to wait till September. My question to him was, what is if you don't mind me asking, I say it nicely, why will you be waiting until September? And he told me, and we might be moving forward tomorrow. He told me he had to think about it. I asked him, what do you got to think about? I didn't let it go easy. Now, you can't be obnoxious with closing. There's a limit to it, but know that limit as an expert and take it to the limit because you want to get the contract signed today.
Okay. So you were talking about lawn care, and it's a different dynamic when we're speaking about the way commerce is moving present day digitally, right? And I'm not saying that's the only way. I mean, everybody has different forms and types of business that they're into. Whether you're in the labor pool as a manufacturer or if you're doing independent business such as lawn care or possibly, digital services, IT services, graphics, illustration. Your comedian, um, see where our signal is coming in and out because of the weather. That's why I know Jarrell is in a bad space over there in Alabama right now, because we're right here close to each other and we're dealing with the same weather right now. So forgive the in and out. But getting to the question, what's the I don't want to say the most efficient method. Well, I didn't want to say that. What's the most efficient method that you've learned over the years in terms of closing the deal? The most effective and the most efficient. And how do you maneuver yourself into a position through conversation to getting there?
I mean, it's always the same steps, different people, same steps, different problems that need to be solved. I listen deeply to what they're trying to get accomplished. I take notes. I see where they're trying to get at, and then I provide the solutions that I can offer to them. Most of the time, that's good enough. They're like, really? You can do that? I'm like, yeah, I've done it before. I got references. Let me introduce you to the people. Some people you have to take, I mean, sometimes the selling process and closing process is quick, it's 15 minutes. It's not going to happen in 3 minutes. Sometimes the selling process and the conversation is an hour or 2 hours. I take whatever time it takes. I show them that I'm patient. I'm not going to rush you. I'll ask for the sale, but I'm not going to rush you or push you. And I come across as an expert in my field because I'm confident. You need to be confident when you're selling. There's not a question they can ask me that I can't answer. I've got plenty of solutions. So, I mean, I don't know if there's an answer to what you asked me, because the process is always the same. It's not giving up, and it's asking. After you draw that straight line to their solution, then, hey, is this something that you want to get started on right now? No, I want to think about it. Hey, I understand, but if you don't mind me asking, most of the time when people say that, they don't have enough information. What further information can I get for you so you can think about everything, right?
Okay. All right. So what other notes did you want to dig off into? You say you had some other notes over there. What you got?
Well, there's questions you ask throughout the sales process. When you listen to them, like I said, listen 90% of the time, talk 10% of the time, but you're going to have to ask the questions. Tell me more. Please describe what you mean when you say that. What would be stopping you from going forward? Is this something you want to do today, or is there a time frame that you have? And those questions are going to come back to help you during the close. When they say, I want to think about it, you're asked, what would you want to think about? Or how much time do you need to think? I'll walk away for 15 minutes and I'll come right back. Every industry is different. Mine's a little different than a landscaper or a construction guy who's trying to close the deal on a home remodeling project. Remodeling project, you're going to want to ask them, I need to talk to my wife. That doesn't mean you want to get in your truck and drive away and let them contact you 24 hours. You want to say to them, can you call your wife right now? And can we all talk about it? Or, sometimes you got to go a little harder. I'm sure you've already talked with your wife about it. You told me what your budget is. You and your wife agree on that budget. Is that, would that be a fair statement? Yes. Yeah, we agree that this is the budget. Well, I mean, I'm here right now. I'd like to do this job for you. I'm going to do an excellent job. Can you call your wife, discuss what we went over, and give her the go-ahead? She can give you the go-ahead.
Mm. Okay. Sounds a little pushy there.
Well, if you phrase it the right way, it's not. And it's
Mhm.
not with the effort to be pushy. It's with the effort to be, people appreciate directness. They appreciate an
Mhm.
expert asking for the sale. They
Mhm.
really do. Because most people will just walk away. Okay, get a hold of me when you're ready. And they'll never hear from them again. And to be honest with you, taking a step like that, we need to do it for our businesses. We need it. If we don't sell, we don't eat, right?
Mhm.
We need to sell while we're there, while we're in front of somebody, while they are in the frame of mind to make a decision. Now, you don't want
Right.
to be pushy. I'm not promoting being pushy. I'm not. And I don't suggest anybody be pushy because they'll sense it. But there are fair questions that can be asked. It's fair to ask. It's fair to ask more than once because you're going to have probably ask more than once. They might say yes on the first, are you ready to go forward? There
Mhm.
might be some objections you got to overcome, a few more
Mhm.
questions to answer. Then you ask again. Well, I think we resolved all of your concerns, and would you like to go forward now? Ask somebody. There's disarming statements that you can make that are courteous. What are your
Right.
thoughts on this thing? What are your thoughts on
Mhm.
what we've discussed today? And then you
Mhm.
tell me. And after you tell me, I say, well, sounds like you're happy with what I presented. Sounds like you're happy with the price. Would you like to go forward? I have
Mhm.
time available next week to start your project.
Mhm.
They're fair questions because there's
Right.
two
Right.
sides.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, there's
Definitely fair questions. But at that point, after me telling you, hey, Paul, let me talk with my wife and I'll get back with you. After that point, what I'm saying, if you begin to pursue into giving me all of the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs of what is and what ain't, I'm telling you, I'm me, just me. I'm gonna get very, very irritated.
well, let me get you on that subject. When you become an
Okay, come
expert
on.
at communication, sales, and closing, you sense that. You
Hmm.
know when to stop.
Hmm.
There's a time to stop and there's a time to
Hmm.
continue. So don't go past the point of irritating somebody. You don't want to do that. Of course not. Don't go past that point.
Hmm.
But don't walk away when they say
Hmm.
they want to think about it. Don't walk away immediately and say, just give me a call. Because you're going to lose more sales than you're going to gain if you do that.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just trying to, see both perspectives coming from a consumer's standpoint of it and what they deal with when it comes to individuals trying to pitch them or sell them on a product or service. And of course, depending on what that service or product is, how hard you're going to have to sit there and work to actually gain a sale. You go to McDonald's, you put in your order, the deal's closed. That's kind of solidified. So there's not a whole lot of work that goes into play there. Hey, the CSR, the customer service rep smiles. You take you give them your card or you give them the cash. They give you your receipt. You go get your food. And you're on your way. You know, um, that's been established. That service, that business, but at the rate that it's going right now and the customer service quality, it's actually hampering the fast food industry's bottom line. Why? Because the service sucks. Um, and you hear that in a lot of different places. So, how do you restructure that type of a business that already has a built-in service model?
I mean, that's a
Because
hard
they're
one for
selling.
me to
They
answer.
constantly sell every day. They're selling. They're selling and closing
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
But when you go to McDonald's and you want a milkshake, the machine's down. Or you go into the line and it's supposed to be fast food. You pay at one, you come to the other, you get your food out the way, but they tell you to move up. Please, go. Can you just move up to this line for me for a minute because we have to prepare the food. But then when you get the food, it's cold
Hmm.
or it's missing some shit. or a combination of all of the above.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm not in that industry, but my answer on that would be take a look at Chick-fil-A. They always ask for your name. You go to the window, get your stuff. They're like, thank you, Galen. I've been to some McDonald's where they're, super awesome, right? I've been to others where
Right.
they've been crazy, weird, and rude. No smiles. So, I mean, if you own one of those styles, if you own a restaurant and the people are not nice, you're going to hear it from your customers eventually, and then retrain your employees to be nice. I mean, that's selling. Yeah, that's selling. I mean, that's not closing. I mean, you're going through a drive-through. They're not. You're already closed. You were closed the moment you pulled in because you knew what you wanted. That's
Right.
you're not. That's not closing. Closing is you're selling your product or your service to somebody.
Right.
And closing is asking for the sale. Are you ready to go forward? It can be that simple because they can just say yes. So that's the lightest level of closing.
Right.
Taking it deeper when they have concerns or objections, or their problem is so bad, somebody else has tried to solve it for them before and it didn't work out. And now you're telling them that you can do it. You're going to have to uncover that during your conversation. I mean, you're going to want to know that information. Man, Paul, I've tried this before. It didn't work out. I couldn't get approved for financing. My response to that is, they're not me. I try harder. From everything you've told me, from the questions I've asked you, to me, you seem to be financeable. You have assets that you own free and clear. At that point, it doesn't matter what your credit score is. It really doesn't, unless you got IRS tax liens. But I can get you money out of your equipment on a sale leaseback. Doesn't matter what your score is. I have lenders who understand this. They've been through it. This is the type of business that they prefer. Maybe the other guy that you worked with didn't have contact with the same lenders that I represent, or maybe he wasn't experienced enough. That's closing. They don't believe what I'm telling them that I can do. They tell me why they don't believe that. And then I tell them, the truth. Other people have told me that, and I've made it happen for them.
Right. All right. Okay. I can count the number of times last year up into 2026 that I've actually visited a Chick-fil-A, just so you know. I can tell you. I can't even count it on one hand how many times. Yeah.
I think I've been there twice. I think I've been there twice in the last year, 3 times. But that is something that they say. So, that type of an example is not closing, but that's service. It's not even sales. You've sold yourself. You know what you want when you pull into the line. So, yeah, that would, I don't think that would be sales. That would just be customer service.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, I think JB's out for the count. That weather over there in Alabama is kind of bad. So, have you been paying attention to any basketball?
Man, I like things with wheels, motocross, cars. I don't play ball sports, but I know your sons are on the Detroit Pistons. So what's going on with that? Tell me good information.
Yeah, well, they're 3-1. They're down right now. I think they're going to pull it out. They have a game tomorrow in Detroit. But do they have the talent to do it? Yes, of course they do. Can they sit there and work through the series and win? Of course they can. They have to pull it together and do it for themselves, period. They've got to want it. Or if not, they're going to be going fishing, just like anybody else that runs through a series and doesn't take it where they need to take it, because they got all the talent in the world. They got a great coaching staff, and they have an awesome opportunity, being the number 1 seed in the East, to actually win the whole thing. They just got to buckle down. That's all. That's
badass, bro. That is so badass that your sons play for the Pistons.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So are we going to, oh, well, we got time. Let me give you your I won't say 15 minutes of fame. So you can sit there and talk about Patriot BFC and everything that you've got going on with the organization. All right.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay. Good deal, Paul. Take it away.
All right. Well, Patriot Business Finance Consultants, money for your business, equipment financing, sale leasebacks, which equipment financing company buys your equipment, leases it back to you, you use it, make the payments, you own it again. That's working capital or growth capital. We got a lot of ways to do things. Commercial and investment property financing, fix and flips, long-term rentals. We got angles on all that. We do a lot of that type of business. So whatever you need for your business, please get a hold of Industry Talk, get a hold of Galen. He will set the appointment up between the three of us. We will work with you. If you got difficult credit and you're a business owner, we can make it happen. We represent lenders who that's their primary focus. They don't want A paper. They want C and D paper. They'll help you get back on track. And on that subject with difficult credit, if you're trying to buy equipment for your business or you need growth capital or working capital, your bank turns you down. You think that's the end of the road. My bank turned me down. I'm never going to get financed. Not true. Your bank has a box. If you don't fit in that box, they're not going to help you. Our box is a lot bigger. We have lenders who can do it. They don't care what your credit score is. As long as there's no tax liens, they'll help you get what you need. Example, you got a business, you get a big contract, but you need double the equipment to make it happen. You can't get the contract if you don't get this equipment. Lenders will say yes. There's going to be money down required by the lender, not us. Get you financed, get you the equipment that you need, but make the payments on time. 18 months, 24 months. At that point, you're solid gold. Then the next time you finance equipment, you don't need a whole bunch of money down. You can choose to put the first, second, or first, last, and a security deposit down. 3 payments in advance to get equipment. What is equipment? Whatever your industry is, whatever you need to operate your business, that is equipment. If you own a hotel, your furniture, fixtures, and equipment, that's your equipment right there. If you own a construction company, dump trucks, trailers, bobcats, excavators, that is equipment that lenders want to say yes to. You drive truck, semi trucks, that's your equipment. You need it. All of those things can be financed. Do not pay cash. Keep cash for opportunities and emergencies. Keep cash on your balance sheet. Your business looks stronger on paper if you have all the cash. The finance guy at the equipment reseller, he's not your friend. He smiles. He's cracked some jokes with you. He's wearing a Rolex and some gold. How do you think he gets paid? He gets paid because he marks the money up. If you got excellent credit or difficult credit, it doesn't matter. If you are at an equipment dealer, Bobcat, whatever, and you're trying to buy equipment, the finance guy gets you approved for 7, 8, 9%. He sells you the money, the approval for 9, 10, 11%. He gets paid on that money. If he marks it up 2 points, 75% of that the dealership keeps, and the finance guy typically gets 30% of that. It's called yield spread premium. They mark the money up. What do we do that's different? And why would you work with us? Well, we got to make money. We're in it for profit too. We're not a charity, but we charge points. We tell you what the points are. You know what you're paying us. You don't got to pay us out of pocket. If we're talking equipment financing, it can be rolled into the payment, but we don't mark the money up. Our motto, one of our goals and mottos is least expensive money first, best deal structure. Also, any industry, any credit, any equipment, any state. So equipment financing, real estate financing, investment and commercial properties, fix and flips, whatever you need for your business, we've got available. Any questions, please put them in the comments. You want to get a hold of me, you want to talk, then get a hold of Galen and let's set an appointment up and let's do this together. There you go. A few other things, USDA loans, SBA loans, something lenders we have access to. If you do business to business and they owe you an invoice and they're not going to pay you for 30 days, 30 days sometimes turns into 45 or 60 days. You're putting all the money out, but you're not going to get paid until the invoice gets paid. We got a program for that. It's called factoring. Sell your invoices for a discount. How much of a discount? Depends on how big the invoice is or invoices are. 1%, 2%, up to 4%. $10,000 invoice. Your profit margin, you're making $7,000 or $8,000, but you want to get paid now and you don't want to get paid in 2 months. You can sell that invoice for $9,600, $9,700. So we got all types of angles to help you. Whatever your situation is, we very likely have a solution. Take it away, Galen. I can't hear you. I think your mic's off.
Can you hear me now?
Gotcha.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Good deal. Good deal. Fireproof TV with Earl Hempstead. Okay. Big Bang, the movie. It's actually a fundraiser for kidney awareness. It's a kidney awareness event. And they're going to be celebrating the episode of Big Bang, the movie, as well as learn more about kidney failure in Prospect Park, 818 Wilshire Boulevard on June 19th. The doors open at 9 p.m. Live music, live performances, good food, good vibes, big dreams. Upscale event, dressed to impress. You have VIP tables starting at $200. Table seating starting at $50, and general admission at the door is $20. McCoy Film School, Fireproof, Trey, Steve Hill. There's a nice long list. Flag on the Play, all of that. You're always gone. If you're interested in being a sponsor, you can also tap in. Give Earl Hempstead a shout. Okay, so there you go, Paul. Shouted out old Earl in the movie and everything that he's got going on, and hopefully everyone taps in with such a good cause that they're working on for kidney awareness. A lot of us are impacted, friends, family that we may know that are impacted through or by kidney failure and having to get on dialysis and the like. So, or be on the waiting list to get a kidney. All kinds of things that go on. But yeah, man, Earl Hempstead, big shout out to my guy. He's on this health journey right now. You see him in the gym every day. Other than that, White House, do we have anything else that we need to give them? Anything else we need to talk about?
What are your thoughts on sales and closing? Like with everything you've done, because you've got you've been a businessman for a long time. Like, I'm curious what your thoughts are on it.
Well, it's a slow grind. It's a never-ending process. Of course, the approach basically is the same, but when I talk to people, I'm very genuine. I'm an authentic individual, and when it comes to whatever space that I'm dealing in, I make sure that I'm well versed in the topic, because I've done a multitude of different things. A lot of different hats, creates an opportunity for you to get super educated on things that you would not otherwise have thought about, you know, um, the small details, the fine print. And within seeing all of that, I guess with me, I'd much rather get straight to it, straight to the point, because I already know all the extra fluff. So I get, I'm, I don't really consider myself a closer. I know that I'm a solutions based individual and I can see the solution. I can present the solution. And if you can, based on what it is that I do in talking with people and their time, if you can see it, if I can present it to you to where I make it clear to you, then we move forward. If not, well, then you're going to have to sit on it because I can't make you see a clear path to how you go get money in the music industry. I can show you the skeleton of what needs to be done, what needs to be set up, and how you need to prepare yourself in order to do that, how to register your music and your intellectual property in terms of protecting it. Yes, but I can't motivate you to get off your ass and go sell yourself because you are the brand. Your music is the artwork, you see. So whether it's meet and greets and that's why it's easy to present Jarrell Braswell's whole situation because he's up, moving, and grinding every day, presenting what it is that he does to the public every day. And he was open enough to say, yes, man, I can do that. I can spare time to get on here and talk to you every day about my journey as a comedian. So that's the product, right? So what better way outside of, presenting the product to the masses is giving it to them every day in such a way that they're seeing glimpses, pieces, and they can pull this puzzle together. So that's me closing the deal. That's me showing an audience or promoting to an audience and disseminating information to an audience in terms of, hey, look, this is the product. Jarrell Braswell, he's a comedian. He gets up on his stage. He can host. He can feature. He can headline. He can be a motivational speaker at a college or in front of some kids because of his background with the United States Marine Corps. So once you get into those fine details of an individual's life, that's the study, that's the practice, that's the wordplay in terms of knowing the individual better than almost knowing yourself, right? And that's not just one individual, it's a multitude of individuals that you can have that same conversation about, you see. So we can talk about a Keith Wallace or Getty Blue or Truly Monroe or XO Music or Terry motherfucking Cherry. All of these individuals that encompass a different sector of conversations that we've had, time that we've spent getting to know one another in terms of now I can take pieces of your life and present it to the world because this is the push. You are the push. You are the brand. See, that's the conversation. Now that's just in that industry. The music industry, art, talent, so now we're not talking about the finance side. How do I approach it from the finance side? Well, okay, I don't have a lot of folks that come to me and say, hey man, I want to do some owner financing or business lease financing, but I know how to get you connected if in fact you do have those questions, right? If you have a project, if you have something in mind, we can sit there and come up with a solution in terms of helping you approach or get into some money the right way. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we've talked about a bunch of different things that have come across the table, from industrial hemp financing to, factories being placed in different locations if they have the right amount of land and getting there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about. There's no sense in going down that rabbit hole, but a lot of different things that we try to pull together, right? But inevitably, doesn't come all the way through because other people in their time, so at the end of the day, it takes time to make all of this, the construct of what may happen from different people coming from different sectors of life may say, hey, G, I need help with this, or I need assistance with this. Can you point me in the right direction? You see. But now we're in a position to where we can disseminate this information on a regular and consistent basis. You see, once a week, we're sitting there, we're giving them the opportunity to buy into our conversation, to get, knowledgeable about financing, about business financing, business, equipment financing, whatever the case may be, or even more so having the conversation about how to get you financing through other means, if in fact it's not just through business lease financing. So providing those opportunities and opening the door to our base, our consumers, and our friends and family and fans, well, yeah, that's another way. And another way I have conversations with people, but I'm still, the exterior is still the same. I'm still the same brash individual, open-minded about everything, but at the same time, I still don't have a lot of time to waste your time, if that makes any sense, Paul. That's when it comes to that finance sector, or if we're talking about something different, doesn't make a difference what it is, commercial real estate or building subdivisions, and talking to folks about how we structure land that we own, that my sons are thinking about developing, and putting a subdivision in these different areas, and how we prepare land to get it ready for people to say, yes, I want to put a home there within the subdivision. So it's if we want to talk about how the art of closing the deal, man, it's just about doing the work to me. And at the end of the day, whether someone says yes or no, my end result is I have to get it done regardless, you see, and I find ways or solutions to making that happen. Because I'm not really, how can you say, user friendly. And unless you're in my circle of influence, I don't take well to making new friends, right? Of course, it's all about networking and building relationships. I'm all for that, but it has to be moving in a positive direction. It has to be moving forward. And if I see where it's stagnant, then I have to release it because it's a waste of my time.
Okay, all I got to say on that, Galen, is wow. I wanted to say something a couple times, but I couldn't stop you because I needed to hear all of it. You just lived out and demonstrated really what I'm talking about. I've known you for 4 years, been on the phone with you a lot of times, talking to a lot of people.
Yes.
And the way you just demonstrated it right now, you come across as the right guy, knowledgeable, friendly, educated, experienced, thoughtful. I'm not trying to butter you up.
Mm-hmm.
I got no reason to butter you up. I mean, this was an excellent demonstration of, if that was a sales presentation and I was buying from you, I'm not even speaking a word. I'm just listening to you being like, this man knows what he's talking about. I'm taking it in. He's got angles. I want to work with him. That was the prime example of how you don't even have to worry about the close at that point, because you've just, I mean, that's it. I think people know what I'm talking about. You came across the right way. You gave me all the information that I needed to make a decision, and you came across as an expert. So that's how I feel, brother.
Mm-hmm. All right. I understand. I get you.
No butter.
But,
No butter.
Right.
I don't even butter you up. I ain't trying to. I'm already your friend, so I don't got to butter you up.
That's right. Now I want you to check this out. I mean, you're on the, you're up there in Ohio, but I have a little East Coast flavor that came across the wire. My man Passport Scoob, I want you to check out and give me your take on it. All right?
Yeah. Did it?
Okay. Yes, indeed. Hold on just a second. It's my man Passport Scoob, ladies and gentlemen. Passport Scoob. Y'all go follow him on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all in different places. Passport Scoob.
I know the guy here. I know the guy in Vibrant. That's her friend. I know the guy in the Complain. I'm stupid, man. Throw this in your head. Hey, yo.
Let me get a Sausalito turkey and cheese. Raw papers, a Fronto, I got a zipper to me. Yeah, I mean, don't forget the salt and pepper, my G. Make sure my onions grilled and the peppers is green. Okay. Yo, I get that shit perfect every time. Give them 10, spin the line. I'm usually pressed for time. I usually gotta play on the other side. I'm probably in my cousin baby mother ride. Skunk in the whip, don't trip, baby, we still a vibe. I could toss you 3 for the 31, it's Miller time. Hey, this that smooth shit you need to get in tune with. That left foot, right foot, 1 foot, 2 shit. I'm with a Dominique Dolls, all we talk is new flips and splits. She hold it with both hands like a pool stick. Scoop the Don, move like Saquon in the 2-6.
Yeah, some of money on the counter, so I just give me what I pay for. Yeah. I see these weird ass niggas keep staring at my watch and my bankroll. I tell shorty you fine, skip the line, yeah, I'm paying for your bago. And I just made a play though. When you corner store famous, shit, this is how your day go. Corner store famous.
You just touch our complaints with that guy. Okay, go. Idiot, look at your eyes. You didn't even wash your eyes. Fuck you and fuck your mother.
And for food, ladies and gentlemen. I check my man out. Yeah.
Yeah. Killer. I think that's telling a story.
I know you know nothing about that, Paul. I know you know nothing about that, man. But you know.
I know a little bit about everything, kind of. Yeah. What I like about that is it's music. You're telling the story, bro. Telling the words. I can't sing. I sing to my girl.
Yeah.
She likes it. She tells me I'm good. Otherwise, I can't.
Okay. That's what's up, Paul. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Romance himself, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Romance himself. Ooh la la la. I hear you, Paul. But that's my man Passport Scoop, ladies and gentlemen. Tap in with my brother, man. He got some hot shit out there. You know, that's a new drop that just came across the wire. He shot that to me. I had to let you guys tap in with it because, you know, I support my guy. I love his music. He recently just got married. Congratulations to Scoop. And the whole family, the whole network over there. Other than that, Paul, man, you know, we're gonna wrap it up, man. We've been at it for an hour. Did we cover all of the bases? Did we?
We covered everything, and then you gave the best demonstration of it on the way out.
Because Paul, I'm always closing, man, whether you realize it or not.
I realize it. I already know that. Big G,
ladies and
ABC.
gentlemen. Hey, man, it is all about industry talk today, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get out of here, I would be remiss if I did not present to you the service.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, Comedian JB, the real Jay Braswell, Comedian Jay Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
Yes, indeed. Make sure you tap in with my good man, Jarrell Braswell. Subscribe to all of his networks, especially YouTube. And if, in fact, you want to get Jarrell Braswell in your city, y'all already know what to do, man. Hit me up, hit the website, DM Jarrell Braswell, and let him know what's going on. His schedule is out. You can see where we can fill in the spaces. Get JB in your city, ladies and gentlemen. You see, Paul, I'm always closing, my friend.
I know that.
Always
Like
closing.
Big G, ABC, Big G, Big Galen, always be closing.
Yes, indeed. So since you sat there and brought it up, I didn't. If you have not yet subscribed to Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, ladies and gentlemen, this is for you. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support. like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Make sure you tap in with Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do have that voice for radio. I used to say that I have the face for radio, but I was a disc jockey at one time, WBSL AM 1190. That's why when I get on this thing, it's kind of like a duck in water. Oh.
Supposed to be there. You're blue on sky. It's supposed to be there.
What's going on, Patrick Phillips? What's going on? Oh, you're gonna go see him when it comes to Cleveland? Good stuff.
100%. Yeah, I can't wait to see him.
Good stuff. Patrick Phillips has joined the live. He's in the place, in the space. He says, "What's good, fellas, down in Florida by way of Little Rock, Arkansas?" My good man, Patrick Phillips, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna wrap it up, Paul. And I do believe at the end of the day, as we always say, it's always about health, wealth, and wellness. Stay dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. Stay dangerous. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And this is my personal invite to all of you to join me on Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network daily at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I get into great conversations with entrepreneurs, artists, industry leaders, you name it, we bring it to the table. So make sure you tap in with us, lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And we stream on all major platforms. And be sure to visit us at gemsitpublishing.com. This is Industry Talk. Let's get into it.
Motion.